So I don't know if you can see that, but look, play, synchronize, 100% mindfulness. You gotta be mindful when you being exposed to stuff that you might not be really that open-minded to. So I gotta break it down to you like what's going on in my mind. So look, check this. This square is like, it's layers. So when you trying to converse with somebody that you just met and y'all want to talk, it's layers. You got small talk, then you got that intermediate talk. You kind of know each other. Then you get to the real nitty gritty. You know, the stuff that's like real, what you really need to be talking about. And then when you get past that, then it's like a whole nother layer of just like both of y'all students and y'all just figuring it out. Y'all going to the inner world, the mental world, and then the auric field. So you got the auric field, which deals with the mental world, which deals with your inner world. And, you know, the inner world is dealing with colors. You know, the mental world is dealing with symbols, basically. And then the aura is just dealing with, like, you know, the angels and healing and, you know, like, all of that unseen. And you got to think about what the word means to even, like, you know, make sure you channeling the right thoughts, having the right conversations. And so, like, you got these, like, symbols and stuff like that, and it all stems from, like, your imagination. Like, you gotta be real creative, but you gotta be thinking about, you gotta also think about ethics and, you know, things like that. So, the conversation, you wanna create a safe space, basically, for, like, beautiful conversations to be had. You know, the art of the conversation, you gotta think outside the box sometimes. And, you know, you got, like, play. Again, here's the recurring theme of play, and then we got, like, these like it's like a template. So like when you use the iPhone camera, you get all these features that you can use. And so while I was painting, I was just like, oh, I thought that was cool, so I'm gonna just add that for aesthetic purposes only. So you got the vision, you got the shield, you got pressure, you got range, you got mental map, and then you got more. So to have a drop down menu. There's also a lotus flower in his head. So, you know, as you channeling good conversations and you channeling good thoughts, you're activating that lotus flower mind. But again, back to these features. So, you know, you want to create that shield, you know, that white light shield or colorful rainbow light shield or whatever color that you really think is going to be the most protective aura around you that really speaks true to you. Then pressure, you know, pressure actually can build you up or break you down. You know, so, you know, find the pressure that works for you. Range, you know, like, this is what the range is all about when it comes to me, man. Like, we can have honestly, I need to work on my small talk because I've been here so much. So, you know, and that's because I just been on a path of, like, you know, growth. You know, we all growing. So don't call yourself crazy when you're channeling. You know, you're not crazy. You're an artist and you're a creator and you got that gift to think. You got that gift to create. You gotta be patient. You know, sometimes you gotta acknowledge that, like, you jumped off that thought train and you wanna come back, you know? So, you know, sometimes you gotta be patient in the conversation just to catch your breath. And, you know, it's shaped like a clock too. So you got 12, then you got 2, 2, 4, 5, then you got 6, but it's also 9. So I'm playing around with like I'm experimenting because I'm still deep diving in myself. And, like, you know, as you get to deeper conversations, like you laying bricks. So, like, it's harder, you know, but if you doing small talk, that's sand. You know, you building on sand. If you intermediate, you know, you just, you know, you already know how the conversation is. The conversation is pretty routine. It's like straws. And you the real OGs just know when, you know. It's not about getting to this point. This isn't the end all be all, and also this isn't the end all be all. So if you only know small talk, the people who know this is not better than you. If you only know, you know, like straw talk, and then the people that know how to break bricks or sand is not better or worse. That's just where they at. And I can say that because, you know, you're gonna go through so many experiences in life. Life has a lot to give you. And, you know, like, even the color scheme, man, like, this color represents energy, energetic, you know. And then we got some symbols, some more symbols. We got the heart, we got 9 p.m., we got a triangle, we got conversations, we got the tree, but the tree is producing gold leaves. The tree also represents the tree that's inside of us, because look, it's gold leaves, but look, what color is his skin? Pure language, that's what it says. You know, art is deep, it's close to my heart. I'm always learning through my art, and so it's like a pure language for me. The colors, just the orange, it says mercy, but when you read the whole thing at the top, it says mental exercise. And then you got orange. The orange part represents the soul, right? And you know, we got more clouds, bamboo. But then here's this. This is, somebody said this is light language. I met a amazing artist in New York, and she was just like, the first time I did it, she already knew the answer. She was just like, this is light language. She was just at a higher vibration than me. Way more confident in that realm, where I was just still figuring things out. But now I've grown so much that it's just like, yo, what's next? The last thing I want to say is the color scheme for this center part, right? First, the key. So the heart is what's gonna get you here. So the more you reflect on your heart, the more you're gonna open that key to better communicate what's going on in here, which is different for each person. But as you can see, the heart is, when you look at the heart chakra, is green, right? So even though it's golden, like, you come out gold. When you go through the fire, you come out gold, right? So small talk, fire. Routine talk, still more fire, but like sacral. So root chakra, sacral. Then solar plexus, then heart chakra. All right, also the aurora. All right, so that's a theme with what because I'll be studying that. This is because we are electrical beings, man. Hopefully you found some gems in this art talk experience, this mental exercise. That's all I got for you. Tap into the next one. Peace.